the biggest mindset shift that actually got me jacked and gave me results when it comes to my fitness pursuits. So I would say, granted my genetics and my genetic background, so I have, I'm 5'10", I'm not the biggest guy at the gym. Us Asian guys, we typically are smaller. We're going to be shorter. We're going to have smaller muscle bellies. And that's just the reality of it. But I didn't let that stop me from putting the work in to essentially trying to become the best version of myself. And the thing you have to understand is that sometimes your biggest deficits, your biggest weaknesses can be used to essentially make you who you are and create greatness out of you. You see, people that have lived very happy and normal lives, these people are normal and happy. That's cool, right? But if that's not you and you're wondering why you're not like them, maybe it was because God put you here and God put this suffering in your life because he wanted to bring something bigger out of you. And the only way you're going to do that is by recognizing that, one, you're not a victim. Okay, so whatever fucked up shit happens to you, whatever mistakes you've made in the past, whatever it is, you can use that negative emotion or that deficit, that feeling that you're not enough, to create something more out of yourself. And that's why it's important to have high standards for your inputs. And by inputs, I mean the things that you can control day to day. How much content can you post? How much quality sets can you do in the gym? How much intensity can you bring in the gym? And then outside the gym, are you consistent with your sleep? Are you eating nutritious whole foods to essentially get the results that you want to get? These are the things that you have to look at when it comes to raising your standards and becoming the best version of yourself. And so the mindset shift is knowing that, one, it is not going to be quick. It will take time, and it might take a long ass time. For us people that have below average or average genetics, it will take you a good 5+ years, if I'm being honest. Okay, you're not going to get an IFBB Pro physique in 1 year. These guys are training for 10+ years. Okay, sure, for lifestyle, 1 year, whatever, but to become the best version of yourself physique wise, it's going to take at least half a decade, in my opinion. And on top of that, you're going to need to use PEDs. Okay, and if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. And you have to have that long-term mentality. You have to think like this, okay? I don't give a fuck if it takes me 40 years to get there. That's how you know you want it bad enough. And then in that time, you can't waste any time doing other shit. Sure, you can do a little bit of balance here and there, but you just have to give it everything every single day, or just move the pin forward, move the one foot in front of the other. Okay? And when it comes to your physique and training, it's like you might not be seeing much progress in the mirror after 1 week, 2 weeks. It takes months. Look at it from every 2 months, 2 to 8 to fucking 12 months to see these long-term changes, especially as you get more advanced. The amount of muscle mass you can put on is like this much. It's barely anything. And so you kind of just have to be patient. You're going to have the systems in place for you to succeed. And having a system means that every week you hold yourself accountable. You're actually performing, and you're looking at key performance indicators to make sure you're on track to progressing. Because progress doesn't have to be big jumps. It could be the tiniest improvement in your tempo. Maybe you control the negative. Maybe your execution improved like this much. That is moving the pin forward. And then once you have that system in place, it becomes automated. You just go every week, no matter how you feel. You're disciplined, and you just show up. You might feel like shit, you show up. Your girlfriend might have left you, you show up. You might have got fired from your job, you show up. It doesn't matter, you always fucking show up. Unless someone has fucking blown you up with a grenade, you can physically show up. You move your feet to the fucking gym and you show up, okay? So that's the mindset shift you need to have if you truly want to succeed. And when you learn this mentality, it's not just for physique, it applies to all areas of life. And that's the beauty about bodybuilding, is that it can really translate to everything in life, because bodybuilding is the purest sport. It's not just a session that works. It's a 24-hour job where you have to dial in everything and make sure you're on track with everything, So, yeah. It's the mindset shift you need. And these days it's getting tough out here. The competition's rising. But even for myself, it's like I'm working towards becoming better every single day, whatever that may look like. And I know it's going to take time, but I also know that I have no other option. Like, this is all I have. And I'm not just talking about physique wise, I'm talking about business and career and stuff like that. It's like, what the fuck else can I do? Like, I need to make this work because there's no other option. There's literally no other option. I'm backed in a corner and I have to ascend. And honestly, so do you. And most guys that are average will stay average, but for the guys that want more out of life, you really have to look deep and be like, what can I do today that actually has practical application for me to improve? And that's it. And then you just fucking execute. High volume execution where you iteratively improve each time, that's guaranteed to make you win. And if you can do that for, just give it 1 year, you will see results. And then that's how you know you have the proof of concept. And then if you can do that for 10 years straight, you are guaranteed to fucking win. Guaranteed to win. There's no way you can't win. Like, think about it. How many people can do something consistently for like 6 months to a year? Most people give up after 3 months. And then by the 6 month mark, more people give up. By the 12 month, more people give up. And so on and so forth. And then you're just left with the top percentile of men that are willing to deal with all the bullshit and put in the time and effort it takes over a long ass time horizon. I'm talking about years of non-stop dedication. And you really have to appreciate the journey and the game. You have to appreciate the uncertainty that you might not succeed, but you do it anyways. You show up anyways, because what other option do you have? We have no fucking option here. It is life or death. Believe in yourself, make it work, and do what is required. Just focus on the inputs and improve the inputs. You can't control anything else outside of yourself, okay? So you can only control yourself, and whatever that may look like, whether it's your sleep, your training, your nutrition, your work, the effort you put in that work, just fucking lock in, send it, day to day. Be present to the moment. What can I do right now? And I promise you, that will yield more results out of your life than anything else. And invest in yourself. Money comes and goes. Invest in mentorship. Invest in education. Don't just save up money for no fucking reason. Spend on travel, whatever. But there are people out there that have years of knowledge that can speedrun processes, and that's super important to invest in. That's how Alex Hormozi got so successful. He literally paid guys like $100K for an hour of their time just to learn more about business and shit like that. So, and in the end, when you die, you lose everything anyways. It's a zero-sum game. I don't know if that's the right term. But what I mean is, it's like when you die, you lose all the materialistic things you had. They're all gone. And now it's just fucking nothing. It passes on to the next generation. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say for this vid.